Hi everybody, Red Hill Eagle here. Welcome back to the channel. This is episode 17 of A Broken Heart, WCW 1998. We are on Monday, week 1 of April. It's time for Monday Night Nitro. It's the night after Uncensored. I thought I'd kick off with a pre-show match actually. I'm going to try to sort of do some more pre-show matches. If I remember, mainly just to sort of get a few more people on the card, and also it kind of hides the first proper angle or match whilst I'm sort of blabbering on with the intro. So this one starts off, we've got Arn Anderson and Bobby Eaton taking on Mortis and Wrath, and it's a 63 rated match. Anderson and Eaton getting the win in 10 minutes 7 seconds when Arn Anderson pinned Wrath with a spinning spinebuster. Obviously there's not a lot going on in pre-show matches. Don't expect too many sort of storyline sort of advancements or anything like that. But there we go, that's the first match. And in another pre-show match, we have got Bobby Blaze against La Parka, 37 rated. I didn't expect much from this. La Parka is still unimportant. Bobby Blaze is basically one of our jobbers. This was just to get La Parka on the card and give him a victory, albeit in a pre-show match. He did get the win in 9 minutes 51 by pinfall with a skull bomb. And in the final pre-show match, just to get Booker T on the card, kind of didn't have enough room for him really on the main card, so give him a pre-show match. He takes on the Barbarian. Decent reaction from the crowd, subpar wrestling. Booker T defeated the Barbarian in 12 minutes 21 by pinfall with a missile dropkick. Yeah, 58 overall. The main show opens with Lex Luger being interviewed by Gene Okerlund. And Lex Luger's slagging off Bret Hart, he's slagging off Elizabeth. Bret stole Elizabeth from under my nose. Liz, I thought we had something going. Elizabeth comes out and basically says, look, Lex, I only intended for us to be friends. Nothing more than that. I judged your beauty contest. It's not beauty contest as such, but, I judged your body contest with Buff Bagwell, and, people may have got the wrong idea that maybe there's something going on between you and me. I know some people got the wrong idea that there's something going on between me and Buff, but look, I'm really sorry. Bret and I are an item. And then Lex starts to get a little bit physical, and he puts his hands up to Elizabeth, or on Elizabeth, rating of 76. So Bret comes out. Bret comes out to protect Liz and starts attacking Lex Luger. Rating of 70. Nothing more really. This we've started the storyline now. I've called it "Who Loves Your Baby." I don't know. I couldn't think of another name for it really. I'm trying to kind of title my storylines now. I always just used to have like this would be like Lex v Bret or something silly like that. So just trying to think up names for them really. But yeah, rating of 70 here with Bret and Lex Luger brawling. Then we go to ringside and we've got Bart Sawyer and Fit Finlay taking on Los Locos. Didn't expect much from this match. In fact, 68 is a bit better than maybe I thought it would be. This was to give Los Locos a match and a win. Tried to, again, get some of our tag teams over. So, subpar wrestling, little heat. But Los Locos got the win in 5 minutes 39 when Rey Mysterio Jr. pinned Bart Sawyer with a Mysteriana. Did I say that right? Mysteriana? Yeah, whatever. 68. And then we've got the NWO. And basically they come out and they book a tag team match tonight. They will take on members of the Alliance. So basically the NWO come out and they say, the Alliance, prepare yourselves. We're going to have some tag team action tonight. That's basically all to say really. The NWO cutting a promo on the Alliance, but also booking this match. Overall rating of 77. Lots of green. Really good to see. Hogan and Nash doing really well on the mic. Catchphrases from Hogan and Nash as well. So yeah, that's really good. Bam Bam Bigelow then cuts a promo in a 65 rated angle. He's basically just bigging himself up, and he also mentions that he is the most talented big man in WCW at the moment. There's no one more athletic than him. There's no one who can wrestle as technically as him. As for such a big guy, obviously he's not counting perhaps people like Bret Hart, Kurt Hennig, but for a big guy, he's particularly talking about being a big guy here and the most talented big man in WCW. Goldberg takes on Hammer. It's a short match. Goldberg gets the win in 5 minutes 13 by pinfall with the jackhammer. Rating of 52. Nothing about this one, really. Nothing to say. We're just trying to keep that streak of Goldberg going, keep it, rolling most weeks. He's had a few big wins recently, so now we just kind of like let him plod along with a couple of smaller victories until we can sort of fit him into another big storyline. Ric Flair watches back footage from his match against Chris Jericho at Uncensored, and he can see that Jericho did cheat to get the win. And it's kind of like, anyone who's sort of walking past or anyone who's there, look, see, he cheated. I knew he cheated. Ric Flair's kind of like, he's ambivalent about it though. He's kind of thinking, look, yeah, I'm the dirtiest player in the game. I know how it works. Maybe I should have been a bit more aware of what was going on, but I just want it known that Chris Jericho had to cheat to get the victory against me. You haven't beaten me cleanly yet, Chris. That's basically the idea that he's getting over. The message that he's trying to get over to Jericho is that if you really want to beat me, you got to beat me fair and square. Over rating of 80. Prince Iaukea and Ray Traylor take on Royal T. So I think this is Royal T's first match, sort of officially. We had the match where we established they had decent chemistry or it wasn't really decent chemistry, but at least it wasn't negative chemistry in a pre-show match. So this is their sort of first official match now after discovering that they both have a mutual love of tea. Yeah, we're just given the name here of Royal T. Rating of 66, and it is Royal T that get the win. Steven Regal forced Prince Iaukea to submit with the Regal stretch. So 66 overall. Royal T with their official sort of debut. Again, another tag team that we've added to the mix. Want to get them over. This is probably Ray Traylor's last match. I think his contract is up in a couple of days. Another 66 rating. Roddy Piper cuts a pre-match promo against Chris Jericho, and he asks the question again that he asked a couple of weeks ago. How come the NWO are all of a sudden in charge? They're booking matches for themselves. They're telling everyone what's going on. They're calling the shots. What's going on here? They got too much power in WCW. So then Jericho takes on Piper. Pleased with 80. I thought I'd get a decent score, but actually seeing the 80 there, I'm quite chuffed with that actually. I mean, maybe I was expecting early to mid 70s, but 80's decent. So we had good heat and decent wrestling. Chris Jericho defeated Roddy Piper in 13 minutes 26 by submission with a Lion Tamer. Oh, just before I go on to this next segment, I had I had Ric Flair on commentary in that previous match, just to kind of keep that storyline going. But we do move on to the next segment now, and we've got Ted DiBiase. He is with his crew. He's managing the Steiner brothers and Rob Van Dam at the moment, and he's just saying that I'm really excited for Rob's match tonight. He's got some real talent. I'm really excited to see where he can go. Rob, just go out there, do your thing. And you should be fine. Rating of 66. Scott Steiner isn't happy, as you're probably aware. Scott Steiner and Ted DiBiase don't have great chemistry. We are in the process of trying to split them. I'm also wanting to split the team, really. I know we need more tag teams, but I just think it's probably time now to give Scott Steiner that singles push that he should probably have. So yeah, rating of 66 overall, and some green there from. I'm surprised actually that Scott and Rick both got green here for working without a script. So it's the Demon who takes on Van Dam in a 60 rated match. Rob Van Dam defeated the Demon in 5 minutes 49 by pinfall with a 5-star frog splash. During the match, we had Scott Steiner distract RVD. Just comes out and just sort of says, what do you do? Why do you come in and you're taking Ted away from us, and he's concentrating all his efforts on you and he's forgetting about us. This is, again, it's just to kind of push that narrative that we're going to have Scott Steiner sort of do something eventually to split the team and move away from his manager. Gene Okerlund catches up with the Giant backstage, 64 rated segment. The Giant, he's just responding to Bam Bam Bigelow. He's responding to his big man comments, and you can imagine that the Giant has taken exception to that, and he's just, don't forget about me. I'm just as good, if not better than you are. I'm probably bigger than you are as well. So, you wanna prove that you're the most talented big man in WCW? Just give me a call. And then it's Bam Bam taking on Jim Neidhart. 75 rated match. I tell you, I'm getting some decent matches actually tonight. Better than I probably expected. I never would have thought, because Jim Neidhart doesn't give the best performances. I know we're getting some other people over, and some other people are doing really well. But I think we've had some pretty decent scores. I think, or certainly better than I sort of would have expected. So Bam Bam Bigelow getting the win here in 9 minutes 46 by pinfall with the dive-in headbutt. And a 66 rated segment, Diamond Dallas Page cutting a self promo, and he gives some trash talk on Kurt Hennig. I'll be truthful, I just sort of had a couple of minutes spare, and Diamond Dallas Page was probably the highest guy on the card that hadn't been used. So yeah, stick him on there, do a bit of this, and the storyline did gain heat, which is all good stuff. And then we've got the main event. And what the NWO failed to tell the Alliance was that it was a 6-man tag. So the Alliance came out with just 2 men. So we had a handicap match just to mix it up a bit, something a little bit different from our main event. As you know, I'm trying to do that every week, sort of give something a little bit different. 81 overall, though. That's good. I'm pleased with that. Sid Vicious, I think, is still only well known. I think Savage might have even dropped to well known now. He might still be star. He's certainly not getting sort of the scores that he used to. Although 78 here is pretty pleasing. So yeah, but we had great heat and good wrestling. But it's the New World Order, Kevin Nash, Scott Hall, and Sid Vicious to get the win in 15 minutes 11. When Kevin Nash pinned Randy Savage while using the ropes for leverage. So yeah, pleased with that. 2 storylines advanced. Who Loves You Baby also advanced in this one, probably because Elizabeth was there, or did I? I probably had Lex Luger come down, didn't I? Yeah, it doesn't tell me there. I'm sure it always used to. But yeah, Bret Hart was distracted by Lex Luger as the finish. So even as the finish, it doesn't tell me there. Can someone tell me if that has changed? Because I'm sure it always used to tell you if someone was being distracted. But by the by, there we are. 81 rating for our main event. Pretty decent. And then post-match, as you can imagine, we've got a bit of a brawl. We've got the NWO brawling with the Alliance. Sting comes down as well to sort of help his teammates out. Rating of 74. The storyline lost heat, but I mean, it's obviously, I think this one is probably our top storyline. So, yeah, 74 is still pretty decent. I'm happy with that. Let's see what we get overall. 72. Wow, still not hitting those heights I'd like to, and still struggling with the storylines. I'm going to show you a little bit backstage now. We haven't done that for a while. Let's have a look. Okay, the main purpose really of just sort of going backstage was we're just going to take a look at those storylines, but I just want to have a look. We've had this all save Ric Flair causing rifts. It's going to become a big problem soon, so I think you probably know what's coming. I'm going to have to do something about Ric Flair. But yeah, the Ultimate Warrior getting a contract offer there from WWC. So who's he upsetting now? Vincent has a strong dislike of Scott Steiner. Lex Luger simmering tension with Scott Steiner. Everything's against Scott Steiner. Gene Okerlund and Pedro Morales as well now having issues. Wow. Yeah, there's that. The viewing figures. Barbarian needs time to heal. Right, yeah, I want to have a quick look. Let's just show you the storylines quickly. There might be a storyline or two on there that I haven't kicked off yet. I'm not over bothered if you see it. I may decide to blur it out without looking yet. Let's have a look. Right, it's nothing too. I'm putting Booker T and Eddie Guerrero in a storyline. I haven't kicked that off yet, but that will be a storyline. So what have we got? We've got the Collision Course, which is going to be Bam Bam Bigelow and the Giant. That's only 58. Goldberg's streak's only 23. And I think mainly because he just because he sort of faces a different person every week, that it's not sort of, it probably just hasn't been advanced very often. I mean, we should probably, in fact, reset the storyline from a game mechanics point of view, we should just probably start it again. I've kind of given him Bam Bam Bigelow and the Giant now, kind of put them as supporting roles. So he's kind of involved in their storyline, but they're only supporting roles in his. I haven't put him as a supporting role in theirs yet, though I could do that. But yeah, it's difficult when when the storyline is a streak. It's only really going to involve Goldberg. I'll work something out. I may even just decide to take it out of the storyline thing, and yeah, I'll see. I don't know yet. Ric Flair's retirement, 79. Okay, so we've only got one above 65 at the moment. 76 for the New World Order storyline. Says 2 above 65. 44 for the Steiners are on the brink. Yeah, I need to do something about that. I need to kind of hurry it up, really, and get it out of the way, to be honest with you. The US title, yeah, I can't imagine that's doing very well either. There's a few storylines I've probably not given a lot of time to. I mean, this one, for example, again, let's just get it over with. Who Loves You Baby's just started, so I do think that'll probably stay quite hot. And yeah, that one hasn't started yet. I can't imagine that's going to be up there yet, though, either. But yeah, struggling a little bit. Let's have a look at the roster quickly. I just want to see if there are any changes. You guys wouldn't have seen this for a while, actually. But obviously I check it after every pay-per-view. So yeah, we've got all those major stars now. Oh, Savage is still a star. Sid Vicious has gone up to star. I'm sure he was only well known. And what else have we got? Jericho's now a star. Yeah, so the likes of Bam Bam Bigelow, Booker T, Eddie soon, but not quite as urgently. Yeah, certainly Bam Bam Bigelow and Booker T. I want to be in that star category probably within the next couple of months. Certainly Booker T. I mean, Bam Bam Bigelow, yeah, he's only 36. He's still got a few years. Yeah, I'd like to see them two become stars within the next couple of months. But I think we're just going to have to sort of wait and see. It's probably going to take a couple of big pay-per-view wins, really, to really sort of push them up there. I think we also had Rob Van Dam has gone up to recognisable already, so we haven't got to worry about sort of putting him against other jobbers and getting that penalty. Still no Steven Regal, but he is in a tag team now with a recognisable, so hopefully we'll get him into the recognisable category soon. Okay, that's probably it then. That's probably it from me. I will leave it there. Yeah, so thank you to everyone who's watched and liked and subscribed and all that lovely good stuff, and everyone who sort of comments on my videos. I do love talking about TEW. I don't always spend time replying. I try to reply to every comment. I don't necessarily always, put as much time in as I could. Sometimes I don't know what to say. Yeah, you're spot on there, mate. I'm not going to waffle on here because there's not much I can add to what you've already said. But no, I do appreciate it. I can talk about TEW all day. So no, I do like the interaction. So yeah, keep doing all that, and I'll leave you all now. Take care of yourselves. Goodbye.